this is an overview of all of my components in my build for the video today for you guys to see. By the way, this will be the first video that I launch on YouTube. If you have any questions or ideas that I could use for further videos, please comment below the video. What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be showing y'all my setup with a price range of $1,500 to $1,800. With this setup, I'm going to be going over each component that I have to put into this tower, which is an Info Pro full tower. And with this setup, none of this has been given or sponsored to me. This is all strictly out of my pocket. So with further ado, I'll show y'all each component that I'm going to be going over. And for the first product I'm going to be going over is a Corsair 750 watt power supply. This is more than enough power to supply this machine. You can get more. There's obviously 800 to 1,000 and so forth power watt supplies. But this one is the one I chose, with the ease access of your PCI slots being interchangeable, and you don't have to have all those cords in the way, and you can put whatever you like into the power supply without hoarding your computer with a bunch of wires. With that, I also bought extensions with this system, and it's going to go with the red and black thing that I have for it. And these are bought separately. These don't come with the actual computer setup. You have to buy these with as an aftermarket product, if you'd say. Or you can actually build. You can do these yourself. I was a little lazy and trying to do it myself, so I just went ahead and bought the ones that were already pre-done. But yeah, so this is a 24-pin connector, obviously, for your motherboard, and I have several other ones that are 8-pin PCIs. With that, I'm going to show y'all the motherboard, which powers all of these components, and I went with a MSI Z1708 Gaming M7 motherboard. I heard nothing but great reviews of this motherboard, so I decided to go with it. And it has the capability of DDR4 now, which all of my previous systems have had DDR3. And this doesn't support DDR3, by the way. It's only DDR4 and etc. But with this motherboard, I have chosen MSI because my previous setups, I've been with MSI, and they're very, very reliable motherboards, and I haven't had any problems out of my last setup as well. I just decided to do this upgrade because this is something that I'm looking forward to in the future years to come, that I don't have to upgrade, something that I can keep for a long term versus a short term. I've learned over the years that building these PCs, that I would build one that would last about 1 to 2 years, which obviously technology advances every single day. We can't keep up with it, but with this setup, I'm hoping that it allows me to, in the future, continue to be at its peak. You know, I'll do the best I can with it until it's time to upgrade. But I do believe with this setup that it's going to last me some time. It's going to last me, I'm going to say a good 2 years, at least 2 to 3 years for sure. You may have a different opinion, but with this setup, I do believe I have many years out of it, and I hope to have many years out of it, being that it's a higher end build. So with that, the next piece I'm going to show y'all is the Corsair Corsair H100i GTX liquid cooling. Now, this is the first time I've ran liquid cooling in a setup, and I'm very intrigued to see how it works. I've always ran air-cooled, which air-cooled is fine. Don't get me wrong, I do fine with air-cooled. But I've always wanted liquid cooling, and now I have that opportunity to use it. So with that, I'm going to be using this right here. With this, that goes along with this liquid cooling, is the Core i7 6700K Skylake processor. This processor, I hope, I have upgraded from the i5 4690. I hope that this is going to blow that i5 out of the water. If y'all have any opinions or questions to this processor, let me know in the video, and give me your feedback and understanding. If you do have this processor, I would love to know. I'm going to be using this every day with the build instead of the i5. So this is my upgrade, and yeah, on that. So the next product that I have, which is, I believe, out of the whole deal, is my favorite one, which is the MSI GTX 980 Ti gaming with 6 gigs of memory. This graphics card has to be my favorite as far as the price of this build. Yeah, I could have got a Titan, you know, things like that, but I figured, you know, this card, the expectations of it are already higher than any other graphics card that I've had, and to know that you can't use it to its full potential in some standpoints, for right now with technology where it's at, which it does advance each day, like I was saying earlier, but it will come in handy in the future, and that's something that I want to be prepared for with this graphics card. So that's why I've chosen this graphics card. 1440p is something that I hear about with this card, and I'll be looking into to understand better. 1080p, which is what I run now, obviously, for my streams and things of that nature. But yeah, this graphics card right here, this is something that I really am intrigued to use and see how it works well with my gaming experience. Also, I have 2 drives in this computer set up. One of them's already pre-installed that I've already put in there that I've had, which is a 250 gig SSD from Samsung. I'll be using it to run the operating systems and such, but I also went ahead and upgraded from 1 terabyte to 2 terabytes of HDD memory with this right here. Not much to show, it's just pretty simple as it is. I got it on the sale, so I think it was like 60 bucks for the 2 terabyte. But yeah, that's going to be supporting the stream videos and the videos that I make in the future. This right here. And the last thing being in this setup, which isn't going to be used by me, but it was given as a free gift for the actual components that I had bought together as a bundle. They decided to give me a free Kinzu gaming mouse, SteelSeries, sponsored by MSI, which is pretty cool. I mean, I have my own gaming mouse, but this could come in handy if for some reason mine fails, and that's always good to have something to have as a spare backup. So pretty cool little gift, I'd say. But yeah, that's the setup. I'm going to be showing y'all in the next video each component going into this setup as I build it. So yeah, if you have any questions or any concerns on the setup, and feel free to comment in the video, and I'll be sure to get back to you. And yeah, so this is my first build.